and welcome back. This is chapter 5. This chapter is more of an endurance chapter because there's so many fights back to back. They get increasingly harder and longer, and throughout the chapter Scott actually gets tired per se of fighting the twins as robots. So it really does make you feel exhausted fighting through the fights, which is what I wanted. That's what we wanted to you know, for players to have that feeling that Scott has. Is like he's like, oh, again with the robots. So you also feel that dread, and it's not that bad, honestly. The robots are pretty straightforward and simple to fight. It's endurance. For the longest, I had trouble telling the twins apart, even though they're two different colors. I couldn't tell which one's Kyle and Ken. Mainly because they're the exact same sprites, really. It's just the colors. I wanted to differentiate them with more than just the different colors and shirt and stuff. But their gimmick is they could swap to the other brother, and each brother has a different play style. So that was the plan for them. We may still do that in the future. Like, I'll probably take time to see how I can flesh out their abilities to make it more unique or something. Although they're pretty unique as it is. Robot's fight here is pretty bare bones and simple. Just one-on-one, beat up the robot. Nothing special about him. He has moments where his AI will spike, but it's nothing crazy. He's straightforward. Yeah, you gotta love the rock out super. It really does a good finishing job getting them dead. This chapter also has the round 2 of Ramona versus Knives. Well, I really held it on that screen for a long time there. Throughout the whole story of Scott Pilgrim, Steven and Julie break up very often. Which, it's strange how Scott Pilgrim ends, because, Steven turns out gay. So it's almost like, the joke is like Julie made him gay. But it's just very interesting. And now it's time for Scott to fight 2 robots. One of the problems I have with this, which I think I know how to fix, is to make it so there's not more than 2 sets of twins or 1 set of twins, because it looks really strange. In the next round, I believe, of robots, you're going to see 3 twins on the screen. That's a bug, and I'm not fully sure how to fix it, but I will find a way. I always do. As you can see, this is pretty straightforward also. You gotta try to target one before the other, but you don't want to get too far away from them. They will projectile hell you. Boot Blast is always a great addition because of priority, and Rock Out does the work. There we go. While Scott's clearing house, Ramona gets a friendly invite from Knives in the bathroom, of all places. This is a 100% custom stage. I made this stage from scratch. I used whatever I could from the art style of the other stages, and I just went with it. And it came out pretty damn good. I used some of the background objects from the game to, fill it in, like plants and stuff. But I really like how this came out. Like, I just drew it from scratch and it came out really well. It looks just like it should be part of the game, I feel like. And I filtered in a bunch of the girls. in the background just to, make it be known that this is the girls' room. It's the same strategy as the previous chapter for knives. You just gotta be in her face to keep her at bay. If she gets too far, she'll kunai you to death, or she'll ninja jump at you. Or do that. Use your subspace bag to pull out tricks that will help you win. I love Ramona's slide into hammer. It was a great idea. The sonic bubble increases her defense. Chaos control. And that's why it's good to stop time.
Maybe next time.
I never realized Ramona's hammer has a face on it that's happy. I always thought it was just lines for details. I know it's not properly portrayed in the video, but the characters do like a little wiggle and like a bop when they're talking. But this old engine doesn't display it very well. The new engine does display it like properly, and unfortunately that's just how this has to be released like this. But there's still a lot more to come in this game, a lot more to be made. I just really wanted to get this story update out to everybody now that it's complete, so everybody could play it. Because unlike last time, not everybody was able to play it because of, I did not optimize story mode at all, but this time I did, and it's a lot better, a lot more cohesive. It looks better too, and I'm very impressed with myself because I didn't really do storyboards like this previously at all. Like, a lot of my firsts were in making this Scott Pilgrim versus game, and following Ultra's ideas and stuff, and going back and forward ideas, and a lot of it's ridiculous, whatever I made up, but it was just fun trying new things that I haven't made before. And look, see, 3 twins. This is a bug, but there's 3 robots. It's Christmas time. So, one little fact, a lot of these stages were not ripped. So what I did was I googled the sprite artist name who worked on the game, and I found like their vlog from eons ago, like 10-15 years ago, and they posted about their sprite work for the game, and they had animated images of the stages and stuff. So using whatever tricks I could think of for Mugen, I downloaded the GIFs, the animated GIFs. I extracted this frames using Irfan View, and I once I had everything in images, I put them on a sprite sheet, edited as I needed to, and pretty much made them into actual stages. And this stage is actually interesting because I took this stage and I reused it to make Simon's boss stage by adding a chain link fence, taking out the fire, and just making it look like like the top of a school building. But honestly, I don't think any school in Canada or America allows you to even go to the rooftops anymore. Even though this is a 3-on-1 fight, it's a long drawn-out fight because there's just so much health to do, so much damage to do. I'm like I said in the previous video, I'm not that good at doing insane combos to take massive chunks of health, but I can kill them, just very slowly. I think Ultra is also going to do a playthrough of this game for the sake of, just showing the very difference in our abilities. But it would be nice if we had other people helping us in this game. It's just the 2 of us, and we're doing the best that we could. The beta testers do an excellent job testing and breaking our characters, which we greatly appreciate them for. But it'll be nice if we had other coders or someone else to help us with stuff in the game. Oh, fun fact about text messages and phones. Lucas Lee, during his super, he pulls out a different image on his phone every time he does the super. And some are silly and some are really interesting how we put them, or why we put them there. See if you can find them all. The interaction between Scott and Steven is a very fun one. They're very much like brothers. And of course we have to break the fourth wall every chance we get. Playing with Steven for me in this fight was kind of hard because I forgot how to play with Steven. And it was a bit challenging. So I'm like, oh man, my whole everything is just thrown off. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm just trying things, seeing what works. You know, it's kind of funny. When we first started working on this game, it played a lot slower than this, and nobody had these crazy idea of moves that they have now. Like Steven, he never did the power geyser. He would punch the ground, but that was it. The power geyser was like my crazy idea for it because it looked just like the power geyser. Like, why shouldn't it be the power geyser? There we go. Yeah, double thumbs up. And this is just for comedy here. When Scott and the gang are talking to the twins, Robot Chuck comes out, and he's just a poor trapped soul. Even he's like just not fully stable. I wanted to include the giant robot from the actual game, the one that's a boss on top of the rooftop for Julie's party. I wanted to include that, but the sprites were not ripped and I was not able to get like the whole body of it. Oh, Scott Pilgrim. This is a throwback to the first trailer of the game where Ultra misspelled Scott's name by accident and it just kind of exploded into a whole thing of Scott Pilgrim. This intro is very clashing here because it's a lot going on for the wrong reasons. It's supposed to be the three of them doing their, you know, band versus band intro, but because it's a tag match, it's confusing the engine into what to do. And this fight's not crazy either. It's 3-on-3, so you have options and playstyles you can do. The twins are not that hard. They have like 1500 health, but it's just more health, really. I think Robot and Chuck are pretty interesting to fight. Originally, we had it so you have to complete each chapter to unlock a character, and when you completed this chapter, you would unlock Robot Chuck. And you know, we just made so everything's unlocked, so there's no unlockables anymore. Only reason to play the story is because it's interesting. As you can see, the twins will always find each other. Sometimes they won't, and that's a bug, but I'm working on fixing that. It doesn't happen much anymore, but somehow people always find a way to do it. I like the twins, the way they play with the double. Yeah, see, he kind of floats around there. Trying out Steven a bit to make it a little more variety. while we're in the middle of this intense fight, I just want to thank you all again for stopping by and watching the videos, commenting and everything. It's really wonderful, and I really appreciate it.
That was just a little attack. Not bad.
Yes! I will guard
Not
you.
bad.
That's too many twins.
Come, robot.
Yeah, I'm just dropping combos left and right. It's pretty bad, actually. I killed the twins, now I gotta kill the other two. Chuck is not a very smart enemy. He just kind of blocks almost everything, so it's more of a drag to fight him than anything else. And Robot, I just tricked. That trick works for almost anything in the story. If it's a tag or simultaneous or something, just let them jump into your super and it almost always works. That's it for chapter 5. Again, this was an endurance round, so it's supposed to exhaust you, or at least make you feel a little exhausted. You know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more. Tutorials are not over either. I am still making tutorials, so I just wanted to get these videos out while I still can. Ryan out.